Hey everyone, Level here. Today I want to talk a little bit about peace, specifically around finding peace during very stressful situations in your life. This could be specifically around moments you're going through your day to day, or a big event happening in your life. Things that are often hard to find that peace that you were looking for. So, I want to talk a little bit about how my mental health journey has affected how I view the word peace, how I've been able to really find ways to not only like cultivate peace, but be able to lean into it when I need it the most. And some standard things that have really helped me. So, let's get started. And always, just a reminder that I'm not a mental health therapist. I really encourage you to seek professional help if you absolutely need help, and I fully encourage it. And it has helped me so much, and I know it'll help you too. All right, so peace to me is an interesting word because I feel like a lot of times, especially in modern society, peace is something that we say we want. We beg for. We're like, I need peace. I need peace and quiet. I need a peaceful day to relax and recoup. But then when we're given those opportunities, it almost feels like we never actually do that. We never actually take advantage. Like, you could say, I had a really busy work week, and then suddenly you're spending the whole weekend planning things to do and planning time, and suddenly you don't have a time to yourself to really get that peace. And obviously, everyone is different. Some people gain a lot of great mental clarity through hanging out with friends, through being with a large group of people. Some people don't. So, for me at least, what really helped with finding this peace in an instant has really just been taking time to understand how I recover my own energy. So for the longest time, I told myself that I was this extrovert, that I love people, that I love being around people, and that I gained energy through that. And for me at least, that has been quite the opposite, actually. I found myself that I am very much an introvert, that I need to gain my energy back by being alone, by being by myself, by relaxing. And that's not to say that I can't gain energy through being around people, but like slowly that meter starts to go away until I'm like, hey, I need to refill. And I think for me, peace around that is all about figuring out how you are able to be comfortable, by being able to figure out what you do best and how you feel your best by through situations like that. It takes me back to a handful of years ago when I first started circulating, and I was having a lot of issues figuring out how I could be peaceful, how I could deal with peace during a very ongoing stressful situation. And for me at least, what helped the most was number one, just like analyzing the situation, saying, yeah, all these things are stressful, but I have done all I can do for the situation until this date or until this happens. And using that logic, I was able to basically tell myself that, you know what? It's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. And no matter what happens, I will create that peace. And you could be in the middle of such a busy season and you can just be so terribly stressed. But sometimes you take 10 minutes to step away from your desk, to step away from whatever you're doing and say, I'm going to breathe, I'm going to create a peaceful situation, and I'm going to move on throughout my day or throughout whatever's going on. And I think that brings me to my next point. Peace is something that you have to create yourself. I mean, the best way I can put it is yes, like you can have a clean house, you can have great friends, and you can still feel like chaos is still going on in your life. You can still feel stressed. You can still feel things. I mean, literally anything in your life can be perfect, and you can still feel like there's chaos going on in your own mind. But at the same time, there are people who, my house is messy. Everything is going crazy in my life right now. But I'm at peace. You have to build that up. You have to build it up slowly. You don't just say, I'm going to be peaceful today and call it a day. Peace is all about figuring out what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel safe, and building that out. And it could be as simple as saying, hey, you know what? I feel really safe being in my room, reading a book, fans on, windows open, summer breeze coming through in. And great. You just found yourself a place that you can be safe in, that you can feel safe to unwind and gain that energy back. And that's peace. That's internally figuring out what you do best through that analysis of your own mind, through your analysis of peace. At the same time, though, you could say, hey, you know what? I'm at work right now. I'm really stressed. I'm going through a lot. So I'm going to figure out, over lunch, I'm going to go on a walk. I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to go on a walk every day and just disconnect from all the things going on for 30 minutes, for an hour. If you do that, just, again, finding places where you can be in your own thoughts, where you can handle things in a way that's tangible, that allows you to think, doesn't allow you to be overwhelmed by those thoughts, are just so important. So I implore you, find those spaces. Find places where you can be safe, where you can be at peace, and know that it's going to take time. You're not going to just go on a walk one day and say, hey, I feel comfortable here, I feel safe. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to that. But ultimately, it's all about what you make it. And for me, at least, when I've been in very stressful situations, it's all been about finding that peace and finding those places that I feel safe. And ultimately, that has led to me feeling way more open about sharing my mental health journey, sharing what makes me feel safe. And in turn, it's made my life 10 times better, because now I have people who genuinely know what to look out for if I'm not having a good day, and say, hey, how can I make your life just a little bit more peaceful? With all that said, I want to mention that peace will look very different from person to person. Like I mentioned, you need to build up that peace. You need to build up what that looks like for you. You're not going to find that overnight. It's going to take you a little time, and you might already know it. Great. You might know what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel at peace, and that's fantastic. But for me, I had to realize that the person I said I was, which was this extroverted person that got energy and got safety and peace through other people, was not who I was. And for me, at least, it was looking at myself in an introspective way. It was looking at how I react, how I feel my emotions. That's how I discovered that I feel safe by myself. I feel safe at peace playing a video game, or building a Lego thing, or sitting in a hammock with a Dr. Pepper Cherry Zero and enjoying the summer breeze. It's just something like that has just been so good. And I will say this. If you're in a situation where you feel like everything is so stressful, that something's going on in your life that you just can't stop thinking about, and it's hard to find that peace, it's hard to cultivate that peace, what I can tell you is, all you have to do is just take 5 minutes. I know the problem's still going to be there. I'm not telling you to ignore it, but let it splash over you like a wave. Let yourself just take in the emotions, breathe, and find somewhere where you feel safe. Go to your bedroom. Talk to your parents. Talk to your friends. Go somewhere where you feel like you can be 100% you. And keep doing that. Keep building those ways to be safe, to be at peace, to ultimately be yourself. Mental health is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and I will stand by that. The biggest thing that I learned in mental health is that a lot of the problems we have, ultimately we don't have control of. And for me, at least, it was telling myself that sometimes you just have to let it go, take it all in, take a deep breath, and just go somewhere else for a second and breathe. And I really encourage you, if that's you today, then know that I've been through it, I'm still going through it, and I'm here with you. I really appreciate everyone tuning into these videos and just leaving great comments, and just know that I really appreciate you, and I encourage you on your mental health journey as much as I can, and that everything will be okay. Thank you, everyone.